Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters, from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else, and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm shaking my fucking body right now. Mike, what side am I shaking?
The middle?
Nope, I was shaking the right side like Shakira in that one video I'm talking about, where she's just like shook her one side, then did the other side. I don't know what the name of the songs are. I was actually not really into the music. But you know, maybe that's just me. Okay. So, yeah.
It is just you.
Yeah, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. She had a really weird voice, always. It's not my bag. Shakira talk to start this show in Thrall.
Shakira!
Didn't she tax evade or something? Isn't she wanted in some country for tax evasion?
That on her
allegedly? I'm almost positive. I think I saw it on TMZ.
I think she's well off.
She would never do something.
I'm going to Google it while you talk about the schedule, BJ.
Yeah, we're going to review WWE Bad Blood, some NXT. We got to preview AEW WrestleDream. Got Dirt Sheet Busters with Mike Carvin. That's all the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling. Tell you why they're fucking dumb. We got fantasy standings. Those suck too. But fun fan emails.
Holy shit.
Don't worry.
Shakira,
so much more than that.
Shakira reaches deal on tax fraud charges to avoid prison.
Okay, she reached a deal.
Holy
so
shit,
nothing
dude.
happened.
Hold on a minute. It says the letters all together that say avoid prison. That shit's wild, dude. Woo, man. Hips don't lie, do they? Mike.
Do you like useless information about celebrities and their tax situations? Well, listen to Ring Rust Radio. You can get us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at Ring Rust Radio. Email us, be part of the show, sent to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirts. It's going to cut your dick! George, I would normally shit on George Cruz, but he's in the eye of a hurricane right now. So
yeah, seriously.
We'll give him a grace period.
Anyone who's dealing with Milton or the after effects by the time they listen to it. Maybe we'll get you through it, but please, 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 please be safe.
Yes, and I expect once the hurricane is over, new T-shirt designs to be sent out.
Everybody just got hit by fucking Helene, and it's like, this is fucking Milton. Naming them makes it worse. Because imagine if you're just a dude named Milton. Yeah, but just imagine if you're just like, my name is Milton Wood. I live here at 1245. I'm a janitor at the school, and they're just like, oh, Milton's over here, and they're like, Milton.
Imagine if your name is Helene Milton.
Shit, dude. You must be fucking somebody at weather.com or whatever, because that's how you get names like this.
Support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio. We get your ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more.
Yeah.
Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips and Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, the early access stuff, if you're one of the 5 people who do like their fucking videos, you can get them earlier and have extra content. It's up on Patreon for everybody who subscribes. So,
join the Discord.
Please join the Discord. Join the games with us. I'm starting to listen. I'll say this now. We're extending it 1 year, but we're reducing our games and putting more wrestling content on the YouTube page because you guys want more wrestling content. Well, good. Hope you enjoy it.
I mean, we are a wrestling podcast for better or worse.
Shut your ass.
Keep making fun of the people that listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because guess what? All 4 of them better step the fuck up, dude, or we're gonna all get poorer together. I'm talking to Jim Chapo. He's got fucking 3 dens. I just want 1 den. 1 den. Would you call that Florida room thing I have a den? Is that a den? Do I have a den?
What you have?
Am I better off than I thought?
You have a room. No, you have a family room or a dining room.
Yeah. No, I have a dining room and I have that Florida room. Man, am I rich? Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Look out,
you
poverty.
Also have a very cold basement.
Ice cold, hanging me, punching it like I'm Rocky. Should we talk wrestling?
I guess.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the #1 source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring rust.
It's time to talk WWE and AEW. We're going to lead off with what is the most important part of the week. Get out your D-Lo brown heads, shake off your neck, and crack your sternum here because it's time to do predictions for the biggest pay-per-view of the weekend, AEW WrestleDream.
I think it's the only pay-per-view of the weekend.
We'll see.
Hurricane Donnie fucking shit up.
Hurricane Donnie. Move over, Milton. I'm fucking taking 10.
I mean, I really think we should talk about the WWE pay-per-view that just happened with like the biggest star of all time returning.
Yeah.
AEW WrestleDream. It's in Seattle. No, it's in
Tacoma.
It's in Tacoma.
It's in the wrestling mecca
of Washington State.
Tacoma, Washington.
Man, I can't wait to hear Dave's old stories about how guys from Vancouver would come all the way down to the Cow Palace. Oh my God! Shut the fuck up.
Why are we talking about this right now?
Because it's time for Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley for the AEW World
The Cow Palace in San Jose.
Yeah, it is. That's what I say. They came all the way down from Vancouver to be in the Cow Palace because he went there one time.
Okay.
So Bad Blood was last week.
No, hell no. We're gonna do fucking Bad Blood when we're done in fucking predictions. It's Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley. Who you got, Mike? AEW World Championship on the line. The sport's most coveted prize.
The sport or sports? What did you say?
The sports.
Oh, okay.
Apostrophe, yes.
So I'll say this. I'm looking forward to Danielson versus Moxley. Yeah. I think that it's the only...
Out on a limb over here, thanks.
I think it's maybe the only match of the card with the storyline going in, so that's a plus.
Shut up, dude.
Always like when there's at least a couple weeks of build for something before a pay-per-view.
Ricochet and Ospreay have been building for literally 5 years.
Oh, okay. So this is a tough call because I think that obviously Moxley makes a lot of sense as the guy to, quote unquote retire D-Bry, even though he's gonna still wrestle part-time occasionally, because of their history together, because he's, one of AEW's biggest stars, and you have this group, that you're building up as a heel stable and you want to give them a big win, obviously. But then at the same time, like, you're losing Bryan Danielson as a full-time wrestler. That's a huge hit. So, it really comes down to what Danielson wants, though. And if I had to guess, I would say he'd be cool with his last match as a full-time wrestler being against Moxley, being in his home state of Washington. Probably fucking Bree and Buddy and Birdie and Billy and all the people are going to be there to watch him.
She's got a bunch of names. I don't even know if half of those were real, dude, to be honest with you anymore.
Billy wasn't.
Okay. I knew one of them wasn't real.
They'll probably all be there to watch him. And I just think ultimately, if Moxley doesn't win here, then you're really making that stable look like shit out of the gates. So I will say Moxley wins. This is Danielson's retirement match, quote unquote, until we see him again on a part-time basis.
What does that mean?
What's that?
Part-time basis. I keep hearing everybody talk about this, but does this mean like he's got Rock part-time basis, where he's there 5 times a year, 7 times a year?
Yeah, that's what I think. Okay. I mean, I don't think.
Then how is that? Then how is losing being like a retirement match? Is good. Then that means he'll be back within like 4 months.
this is just what the narrative has been. Like, he's going to not wrestle full time anymore.
Got it.
Once he loses the title.
Well, for me.
But he's always like, but I'm gonna wrestle till I'm like 80.
That's what I mean. Like, does this mean? Because if we see him 4 matches a year at the Cornerstone.
Well, I don't even know if we'll see him 4 matches a year, but
I mean,
it's
could
gonna be a lot
really
less
not?
than we see him now.
Brian Daniels 4 matches a year. That's all. I definitely could see him doing that. He just comes back, has a 1-month program, does a match, goes and fucking plays with goats or whatever the fuck he wants to do. That's his prerogative, right? Listen, I saw a gimmick thing. I saw something about Switchblade conspiracy. It seems like Jon Moxley has trademarked that, and Sami Callihan. I think Sami Callihan helps Jon Moxley beat Bryan Danielson to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's go.
I don't like Claudio and Pac just help him.
Because we gotta get another guy. Because Wheeler Yuta is a weak link.
Oh, well, he's out.
Yeah.
He's with D-Bry. He is a weak link, though. He sucks. I agree.
He's not. No. You shut your mouth. BJ?
Okay.
So, I feel like for about a year, Danielson has talked about October being the time that he would be done. And so they've done a good job, in my opinion, of getting to this point. He's champion. He keeps saying about the full-time career aspect. It's not his entire career being on the line, basically. So I could definitely see him doing more of an Undertaker type schedule. Hey, we have All Out Texas. We really need you. Or we got, the big show All In. Like something where we really need you, Brian. Can you come out? I just think he just doesn't want to be on the road with his family for so long. So if they can still get him for a few matches a year, I think that's perfectly fine. I said last week, I think Jon Moxley is right now in the company probably the best guy to quote unquote retire Danielson, because he is one of your bigger stars, but this would really propel him to the next level, similar to what happened with Lesnar and Undertaker, where you have that now, a new mystique around you. Even though you're an established star, there's something else that you can now carry on, and being the person that ended Danielson, and they have a new heel stable going on. Like, you need to give them a huge win, right? And Danielson will be gone for a while.
So you need a guy and just replace him.
And then I think Swerve can step up and maybe be the guy that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Until Lashley shows up. Let me hear it.
I have a question for you, Donnie, diehard AEW fan who claims to be
for life.
all-powerful.
I got poker chips on my calf. I got poker chips on my calf. The line work is impeccable.
I've seen your tattoos. There ain't no good line work going on.
Yeah, someone's hand was shaky from all the drugs. That's true. Go ahead.
How often AEW does someone lose in their hometown?
Listen, if I hear all of
well, to be fair, this is not his hometown.
Not at all.
It is his home state, though.
His home state, but you know what I mean. Like, this is still home territory for Danielson, right? So how often does that happen?
Show. Well, no. Can I tell you something? This is Bryan Danielson we're talking about, okay? Him going out on his back at, like, his show is what he'd want. That's how he'd want to go out. Mm-hmm. So I think he's more than well. And again, I think he's back in 4 fucking months. Okay? I think he's back in 4 months. I don't think this dude
can.
This dude will never. This dude takes good care of his body. He is not hurt. He is fucking. He is.
Well, I don't know if he's
injured.
not hurt.
Well, I'm saying, like, he can heal. He's not, like, hurt to where he can't work. He can work. He just has to take some time, heal back up, come back in a couple months when he's feeling good again. This dude's life is wrestling. He's staking his reputation. And he's not going to be good. He's going to be behind the scenes all the time, too, because he said he loves being part of the creative process.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, Darby Allin gets involved here and, like, screws over Moxley. Because to me, it still makes no fucking sense that Darby missed out on a title shot. And a week after Grand Slam, Danielson has a title match with Okada. And it's like, why didn't you just give Darby Allin a championship match? He'd be such a nice guy.
Things went sideways somewhere. Yeah, it seemed like some shit got sideways, for sure.
The thing that was kind of giving me pause, though, for Danielson maybe winning, is I would think, what if, like, Swerve were to get involved? Because Tacoma, Washington is Swerve's hometown. He's not on this card. You could play the respect card that he has for Danielson because he beat him in the main event of All In. Like, it'd be kind of fucking bad to not have Swerve on the show in any capacity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
listen, Adam
Hangman's not on this show, I don't think, so he's not going to get involved there.
Okada's not on the card right now still. It's very weird what's happened.
No, what it means is we're about to get a stacked ass couple announcements this week.
Yeah,
Hell
tonight.
yeah. Fuck yeah,
Hell,
dude.
Tuesday.
All day, baby. You're gonna get it Sunday morning.
Rather not. This fucking card is on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's fine. Will Ospreay, Ricochet versus Takeshita.
Well, it's not a handicap match. They're all facing each other.
It's triple threat, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You know what I meant. Mike?
No, you said Ospreay and Ricochet versus Takeshita. But his name is Takeshita, by the way.
Well, I don't know why you call it Takeshita. That's fucking really super ignorant. Just pick a winner, right? Jesus Christ. Didn't need a lecture.
So, I mean, this match should be pretty fucking crazy because these guys just go all out in every fucking match they have, obviously. So I'm interested to see it. And I think that the no-selling bullshit can play out better in a three-way than just a regular one-on-one match.
Well, like Damian Priest no-selling bullshit? With all the stomps and shit?
What?
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Like him kicking out? Anyways. I don't think Ospreay wins here. I think the reason you're having this three-way is to get the title off of him, and you should because he's like your top star, and that title is pretty meaningless. So I think it's a perfect opportunity. Ricochet's like 2 months into the company. He, has won a few like meaningless singles matches. Give him his big win. Have him probably pin Takeshita and win the international title.
Interesting. Fun. BJ?
It's pretty good, pretty good. And I could see Ospreay going up to Moxley if he wins. Mm-hmm. To kind of like defend Danielson's honor.
He's with Ricochet for a little while here, buddy.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why they already had the match, and the match was not nearly as good as their New Japan match from years ago.
They'll go back to him and Ricochet a million times in the future, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Takeshita. Let's have Ricochet chase Takeshita now and build him up as a face and not give the championship match away just yet, or the championship win just yet. So have him go up against Takeshita. Takeshita's a good heel.
No.
This match should be awesome, by the way.
Yeah, Ricochet pins Takeshita.
Okay.
I like what he said. I was going to say Will Ospreay beats Takeshita, and then we just go chalk.
No, they have to get this championship off of him.
No,
it's an albatross. It's an albatross for the Ospreay.
I take it back. Ospreay pins Takeshita. Next time we have Ricochet, Will Ospreay for the championship. Ricochet beats Will Ospreay straight up.
Cool. So every option.
Bam. Got him. Yo, guess what? If for one thing, thorough. That's what we are.
Bases are loaded.
Guess what? Button someone in, huh? Young Bucks versus Private Party. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'll go first here. I think the Young Bucks retain.
What? What?
Yo, but guess what?
Shocking.
Banger. OG banger, too.
I was thinking about that, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty insane how badly the company has fucking ruined Private Party. Because when it was in the early days, you had that original tag team
Injuries
tournament.
were also pretty fucking up on both sides. Both guys have been pretty injured.
I mean, yeah, they missed some time, but, I mean, if somebody who's really good misses some time and come back, like, use them? I don't know. They put them in that fucking Matt Hardy stable and they killed them.
I don't know. Hearing him go, was awesome, dude.
That's funny.
Honestly, that was
they still didn't do anything.
I remember that shit more than I remember most of the other stuff that's happened in AEW, if I'm very honest. Him going, every time was hilarious.
It is funny, and that's why they should have been using them more. But they were in that original tag team tournament, and Private Party beat the Young Bucks, and I remember watching them like, this is like the type of thing would have me intrigued by AEW, like a new team. I had never seen Private Party before. I'm sure they wrestled, fucking indies and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I never saw it before.
You're not big on the New England independent wrestling scene?
Sorry.
You fucking idiot.
But I'm like, these guys are awesome. They should be pushing these guys to the moon. And at first they did, and then it was just, I think there was an injury, and then once they came back, like, they never pushed them hard again. But now, like, okay, you're having this match, and that's great, but it just feels like it's kind of out of left field, and I just don't see any possible way that they're beating the Young Bucks. No, the Young Bucks are just going to win here.
You know how I've been complaining about WWE shows in the sense that, like, when they're not the marquee, like, cornerstone ones, a lot of the matches feel chalk. It just feels like, obviously, this is who's going to win, obviously, this is going to, like, it just feels like a house show, right? This feels like a house show match. It's going to be a banger, but it's a house show match.
The thing is, like, the Young Bucks, like, they don't even do anything with the titles. Like, they don't even need to have them.
They're entertaining as fuck. So, I mean, that's...
No, they're not.
I know you don't like them, but to me, every time they're on...
You are so much better off putting the titles on Private Party, but you would have had to, like, I don't know, fucking built them up for months and led up to this.
No, but I don't really want that. I don't want that. I want the Young Bucks with the titles. I believe they're very entertaining. I like them when they're on television. I enjoy the product more when they're there.
I don't know, boat alone on that one, buddy.
I think I'm not alone, buddy. I think I got 300,000 friends.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
PJ.
Young Bucks.
There you go. Mariah May versus Britt Baker or Willow Nightingale. We're not sure. You're throwing me off with all these words between names. I don't know what they mean. So, Mike, first, Britt Baker, Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May.
So, I'll tell you what I would do, and I wouldn't have Willow face Mariah May, because then Willow's just going to lose. So I would almost rather it be Britt, because she's not very good, and you could just have her lose easily, and then Mariah May could be like, hey, I beat a former AEW Women's Champion. The question is, like, how Willow would kind of get screwed out of this match. Somebody would have to interfere. And I know... Have you seen the stuff about Chris Statlander? Mm-hmm. She had, like, a confrontation with Mercedes and Camille backstage, and then the report was like, oh, she's just babyface now and her thing with Stokely's over, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Insane if true, because you spent all this time building her up as a heel and had a good partnership with Stokely, and then you just end it. So I guess it wouldn't be Chris Statlander that attacks Willow, so I might not be well-versed enough to know, but I think somebody screws over Willow, Britt wins, and then you get Mariah May and Britt, and Mariah May just wins.
Anna Young.
Anna J?
Anna J, that's it.
Who the fuck's Anna Young?
I was thinking of Sarah J.
If I look that up, is that going to be a porn star?
Seriously, look it up, though. If it is, link me. Because, can I tell you something? I guarantee you it is. Yeah, but Anna J, 100%. Mariah May, Anna J. Come on, it's right there. Their team is May J. That's fun. But yeah, BJ? Is it a porn star?
I just typed in Anna Young, nothing came up, so I typed in Anna Young porn. Some of the search results include Anna Young Burette, 18 years old, gets her pussy dilated.
No.
Mike, this is a family show.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Easy.
I hope not.
That made me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Okay. My bad. You shouldn't have been naming porn stars then.
I don't know. So, I misspoke and you turned it into... Yeah, you're a monster. You're the monster. Huh. First, PJ, Britt Baker or Willow Nightingale? Agree with Mike's synopsis?
Willow.
Yeah, I think...
And then she loses?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great.
May is not.
Yeah, of course not. That why Britt Baker screws Willow Nightingale somehow, and Britt Baker is, well, like someone else.
Wait,
I agree with Mike that Willow Nightingale gets screwed over in this matchup, right? Britt Baker wins because Willow Nightingale gets, screwed over.
So you
by
do have
Britt
Baker winning.
And then I have Britt Baker winning. But then I have Britt Baker going against Mariah May and losing, and you start this arc of her, like, struggles in big matches, and then she's got to have, like, a redemption arc. So. There you go. Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship. What this title was founded for, right here.
This is it.
What the title was founded for, right
to elevate the next hot young star.
Hold on. What was his name? One half of the American Wolves. What was Keith Richards?
Davey Richards.
Davey Richards, right?
Keith Richards.
Did you call him Petey Richards?
Yeah, Keith Richards.
No, he's
okay.
Keith Richards.
Okay. When I think of Ring of Honor World Championship, I think of guys like Davey Richards and shit like that. I think of these guys who are like Austin Aries. I think of a title that meant like you're about to get your shit in, right? And you're about to Daniel Bryanson, right? And then I get Mark Briscoe against Chris Jericho, who I will admit has slowed a step.
Here's the thing. Mark Briscoe's fine. Mark Briscoe's a fucking lifetime.
He's actually been,
guy.
But he has actually been great too. So
he's always been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have no problem with Mark Briscoe being ROH World Champion. Chris Jericho, the first time they had him involved with the ROH Championship was fucking stupid, and he won it, and now they're doing it again.
Guess what?
Does Jericho have something in his contract that requires Tony to constantly put him on every single pay-per-view in a certain spot, or B, have some kind of dirt on Tony to where he constantly puts him on spots.
No, what it is he's a fucking industry veteran who's respected by everybody, and he listens to him.
Yes, but he's entered the Big Show territory where nobody wants to see him.
I mean, you don't want to see him. I love seeing Chris Jericho.
Wants to.
Okay.
And ROH, like, how about just end it at this point?
No.
Get out of its fucking misery.
No,
okay?
what you're going to do is you're going to launch a new show on Max for it.
But using Chris Jericho as the world champion?
Guess what? Gotta have a
fucking cornerstone.
Gotta have a cornerstone for the future.
I think Mark Briscoe wins.
If I'm doing a fantasy draft, I'm taking the 42-year-old quarterback first.
Really?
Come play Madden with me. You'll find out.
Mark Briscoe.
Jericho.
I'm taking Chris Jericho.
God.
Jack Perry versus Shibata. Yes! The Jack Perry murder tour. This dude is fucking legend, dude. He's getting... Oh, yo, can I tell you something? Look at me. I'm going to turn to BJ for this one because I want him to understand this. Jack Perry is going to fucking destroy Katsuyori Shibata. Who, the wrestler?
You're probably right.
His brain is going to fall out of his skull again, dude. Again. Holy shit. But yeah, Jack Perry's going to dominate Shibata. Yes,
there's no way that Jack Perry's losing.
Think about that.
I don't think Jack Perry's going to dominate
Shibata. Jack Perry fucking tore up Minoru Suzuki. He's going to fuck Shibata's day up, dude. Guess what they call Jack Perry? The king of strong style now.
Nobody calls him that.
Yeah, dude. This is all to bring in Shinsuke Nakamura.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I tell you a thing? So I go to Daniel Gracie Delco, and Daniel Gracie was a former MMA fighter. Do you know who he beat in a real fight?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura. That's who.
Because you told us about it days ago, and you just mentioned Shinsuke Nakamura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I used the process of elimination, and I'm not a fucking idiot.
This is why we work, brother. This is why we work, man. You're like a translator. You're like Matvey Michkov's Russian friend who's just like, he's very excited to be here.
I want to be like Otani's translator.
No, you don't. He's going to get butt-fucked soon, I think. I mean, if you're into that, then you're excited. That's an excitable thing. Some people love it. Darby Allin versus Brody King.
Jack Perry's.
Yeah, of course. We all know. Because he's a fucking star, dude. CM Punk. I'm going to start calling him CM Punk Jr. It's kind of person. That star he is. Darby Allin. That's how we should take over the CM Punk chants. CM Punk Jr. CM Punk Jr. CM Punk Jr. Slide it in there.
I don't think that's going to get over.
Before they fucking even know what's happening, we change it on them. Darby Allin, Brody King, round 3. The first 2 were fucking bangers. This is going to be a banger as well. Darby Allin wins, and maybe he does get involved in the main event. We don't know. We're not sure.
Yeah, I think Darby wins. I still can't believe how they fucking screwed him out of the title match.
It irritates me.
He's starting to feel like Sting. Like where at that.
And that they make him stupid.
Well, no, the Sting in '96 where he's absolutely just fed up with everything, and he's gonna start being like, all right, fuck everybody.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, because they did make Sting kind of stupid in WCW, where you'd trust people all the time.
Yeah, no, it eventually led to him being like, all right, fuck everybody, DTA, I'm gonna be. That was some of the greatest storytelling I've ever seen in my life, and I miss it every day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you pick BJ?
Darby.
There you go. See, was that hard? We got the main event done, boys. Listen, I know that Mike Chiari, I chastise Mike Chiari for saying matches that...
the podcast.
Shut your ass up. I mean, I always say on Mike Chiari, what led this podcast was Shakira talk. It doesn't fucking matter, dude, okay? Sit your ass down. Okay? Let's talk about Bad Blood. We started on a high note with WrestleDream, and Bad Blood, I'm going to say, you should call it Mid-Blood. Because besides that Hell in a Cell match, this is pretty average.
Couldn't you have been really Bad Blood or something?
No,
more creative
because it wasn't. Because it wasn't really Bad Blood. Because CM Punk Drew McIntyre was a fucking banger. No, because it wasn't bad. It was mid. Okay. That match was fucking elite tier. That's one of my matches of the year. That was such a good fucking Hell in a Cell match. Such a good match overall. Drew McIntyre just showing CM Punk, I can carry you too, brother, as he gets up in age there. But yeah, it was a good match. I really liked it. And then, the main event, that shit's not really for me. Wasn't my bag. But you get Jimmy Uso, you get The Rock. They threw everything at it. And then they did some fucking post-show shit with Owens and Rhodes. That was really fun too. So, it wasn't bad at all. It just wasn't great.
It was almost like it was good.
No, because here's the thing. For the most part, we'll go through the matches, but I was pretty let down by a lot of these matches. It was the moments on the show that really carried this one. So let's do it. Let's talk first about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell. Honestly, the beads, the fucking blood, the beads, the blood, man. That's what you fucking think of. But legitimately, and his back on the fucking step, beads and blood and back.
It's like I could feel that happening. It was so. Oh my god!
Remember when they had the Hangman swerve match with the cinder block on the back?
That was we talked about it. And I said that was by far the best fucking spot of the match.
That's the same exact feeling I had here.
Yeah.
And they stole it from that match. You know it.
Right.
Yep.
Landing on your back on something was said to be stolen from you.
I mean, it just happened. So definitely saw it somewhere.
Okay. Can I talk about this match?
No one wants to stop and use you.
I'm gonna do it anyways. I fucking love this match. This match was awesome. Going in, this is by far the match I was most excited for. I just, my feeling was their first two matches were good, but they left so much on the table, and to make it Hell in a Cell, I just felt like both of these guys are so good. Drew's arguably been the best guy in fucking wrestling for the past year. Punk's awesome every time he's on screen. I felt like they were just gonna want to take it upon themselves to make this a fucking amazing match, and they did it. This really did feel like the Hell in a Cell matches of the past. For so many years, we talked about how it was so stupid to have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view because you're just having regular-ass matches inside the Hell because the calendar told you had to do it. And yes, once in a while you get a gem in there, but it's like fucking Roman Reigns versus Rusev and Hell in a Cell. Why? Why is that happening? We're back to where it's a match that deserves to be inside Hell in a Cell. It's Punk and McIntyre. It's the biggest feud in wrestling. It's, probably the conclusion of the feud, a rubber match, and they absolutely fucking killed it. The use of blood was very effective in this match because we don't see it every single week. We don't see it every single month even. We see it very rarely. So it meant something that it happened in this match. And it was just fucking awesome. These guys left it all on the line. This is probably my match of the year right now, and definitely one of the best Hell in a Cell matches in a very long time.
I would say ever. This may be legitimately top 5 of my favorite Hell in a Cell
it'd be hard
ever.
because we just did Hell in a Cell lists. It would be hard for me to put it in my top 5. I would say it's in my top 10.
Yeah, I would argue this they really did. This really was awesome. When you said something important. You said it feels like with the other matches they did leave something on the table, and I agree with that. It's like those matches weren't everything I wanted for them. This was and more. Mm-hmm. BJ?
This is great. They really made up for the dumb strap match. Green light? Yeah, red light, green light bullshit that I fucking hated so much. Now we got a different type of red. We got some blood. Shit was awesome. They got the real Hell in a Cell match back, not the stupid red Hell in a Cell, which I fucking hated. So everything just felt more important. I didn't even mind that they kicked the show off because it was almost like these guys hate each other so much, we gotta get it out of the way.
I think if you were gonna have that not be in the main event, you had to put him on first.
Oh, absolutely.
The Rock, it was gonna main event, but The Rock showed up and he said, "Not today, CM Punk."
Yeah. But yeah, the spot with him dropping his back onto the steel steps. That was brutal. I think that was the match, the moment of the night, as far as spots, because that just had to hurt. I don't know how that doesn't hurt. The beads, I didn't think it was gonna be beads, because we always see it so many times where it's gonna be like thumbtacks, and I'm like, oh, I'm excited for it. And then it's the beads. It's like, oh, brilliant, very smart. And they just did such a great job of making this match feel gritty and violent, as they both said heading into this match that was going to be, and that's what we want from Hell in a Cell. And so they did an excellent job they took risks without taking such high risks that you would see in Hell in a Cell, and yet it still felt like an awesome Hell in a Cell match. It would not crack my top 10, but I can definitely understand why you guys have it in your top 10. But the right person won as far as I'm concerned. It was a great blow-off to a feud that's been going on since January, and what was it, like 27 years or so from the first Hell in a Cell? Fucking great. They crushed it.
And I agree with your point. Like, they showed you can have an incredible fucking Hell in a Cell match, but you don't have to do something insane. You don't gotta jump off the fucking cell or something like that. Like, they had a classic, like, blood feud type of settling match inside the cell, and it was great. And the finish was also awesome with Punk doing the GTS with the chain on the knee. Like, a definitive type of move to finish the match and finish the feud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, it was very fun and very well done. And I actually agree. It felt very old school in this match, in the sense that it wasn't. You're not going to get them on top of the cage. What you're going to get is two dudes just like beating each other until the blood's so thin from sweat that you're wearing a crimson mask. You know what I mean? I love that shit. And
yeah, it was really well done. Great visuals.
Mid-South kind of style. And it's just fucking tearing a house apart because it's fucking, you want to kill each other. It's the only thing that can contain you. And this really fit. Like you said, Mike, I think it's a really important note here, is that years past, one of the gripes that we had was you're throwing a Hell in a Cell match here because it says Hell in a Cell, and it doesn't fucking mean it. Mm-hmm. This stipulation was built to handle a feud, right? That's why they built the original Hell in a Cell, because it was part of that idea of that feud was this is important to this. This felt like it helped the story. This was a big part of it. The structure was part of the story, which is exactly what you want from it, which is fantastic. So,
and before we move on, I really like how they followed up on Raw with CM Punk coming out there to open the show and being like, listen, I'm fucking beat up. I'm not going to be here. Don't know when I'm going to be back. To me, and we discussed this, I think, last week or so, it was like, hey, it'd be great to keep him off until the Rumble. And then Drew not being there because he was the loser. He got fucked up even more. So keep him off TV for a bit. But CM Punk coming out there and be like, I fucking won the war, but like, I am so beat up, I take a step back. Also, great way for him to evade Saudi Arabia.
True. Selling effects of Hell in a Cell, that's what makes it feel like it's what it's supposed to be, like it was back in the old days. Like, now you know, if you're having a Hell in a Cell match, you're gonna get fucking destroyed. So, they can save this for special occasions now. Don't have to do it even every year.
You don't have to call it bad blood. You literally just do whatever the fuck you want, too.
I think they only did that because it was the anniversary, and I think it was only their Hell in a Cell because it was the anniversary. I don't think Triple H is going to be doing that. I think Survivor Series will keep War Games, but I wish
think it'll be safe for rare instances.
Yeah, I wish he would get away from Elimination Chamber. I understand kind of why it is where it is because it does kind of help set up WrestleMania. I wish they would just get rid of that also.
It's not as good as it used to be because they have the fucking nice padded floors.
Listen,
which I get.
Not this year. Not this year. We're bringing back the gruesome nature of it.
Yeah, Triple H should bring it back.
Nia Jax beat Bayley, and we had a little tease. Ooh, a little tip tease.
Yeah.
The match wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I thought it was good.
It was fine. Yeah. It was fine, but it felt like a TV match. I wasn't impressed.
Nia Jax doing Hurricane Rana.
Quite the Hurricane
I had to rewind that to make sure I saw what I saw. I was like, yeah, all right.
No, I thought it was a good match. The thing that I thought was best about it was, like you mentioned, they're continuing to tell this story, this tension between Nia and Tiffany, which I think is great. Like, and they've been playing it off very well. Like, Tiffany shows up and, Nia does the Undertaker setup, which was hilarious. Like, she was dead, does the Undertaker setup, sees Tiffany there with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, so naturally she's going to think Tiffany's trying to cash in, even though Tiffany wasn't. And so I like the storyline that they have going between them. And again, Tiffany is obviously more of a natural heel, but she's so over that I think once she finally does turn on Nia and cash in, the pop's going to be insane.
Yeah, if you capitalize on a moment like that, a heel could become a face lickety-split if people are already starting to be like, taking their side against the heel. That's why you have a heater or a sidekick for the eventual breakup, right? That's the idea. So yeah, I
like it. Actually, that was a good match. Actually,
yeah.
So I don't know why you're
very wrong. Damian Priest out here doing his best Will Ospreay, no selling moves left and right. So defend this.
Well, this to me was the match of the 5 that by far was most like just like a Raw match that we didn't really need on the show. Yeah. So, I mean, this is the only match that I think all 4 of the other matches were good to great. So this was the one. Not to say it was a bad match, but it just didn't really do much for me.
This should have main evented last night's Raw, and Gunther and Sammy should have been here.
I do think that if you did that, certainly like Bad Blood overall would have been better, no doubt about it. But I don't mind putting a World Heavyweight Championship match in the main event of Raw either.
I don't either, but you also had an IC Championship match on the show.
But we also got
so that could have been here. And like they had other match that could have been here, and this was by far the weakest match on the show for me.
We also got one of the best parts of the show with Gunther not being in a match.
Yeah, he yelled at Goldberg and set up what is inevitably a match. Which
I did enjoy that.
I will love.
It was a great segment.
Without a doubt, I will love that match. I fucking can't wait for that.
Did you ever think you'd see Goldberg and
Gunther?
Walter?
I literally said, I swear to God, and I believe this is true,
You probably did say that.
I booked Goldberg and Walter on one of our dream cards. Someone said it to me. So, yeah, I have thought about it. Yeah, hi. This is exactly what I fucking want. Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna try to fucking spear him. He's gonna just slap him.
Since Priest and Balor's kind of whatever. Just to comment again on that segment, like I loved how they had all the legends and made it feel like a big deal. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. A lot of them, WCW guys, they were in Atlanta.
And they they also did that for NXT on the CW as well. They brought a big names out there for that.
Like me, certified Goldberg hater, but like it was cool to see him because it's like you did not expect that.
Hold up. No, timeout. You see him possibly going to AEW and now choosing WWE again, and you're like, hold up on Goldberg. I think there might be something redeemable here, man.
I would have my ass off if we went to AEW.
Holy shit!
Again,
dude,
I'm not a Goldberg fan by any stretch of the imagination, but it was.
But
cool
now all of a sudden there's something about him I like.
No, because it was a complete. He was in WWE for how long, and I said I hated him. And I still do. But I think that it was cool because nobody expected that because he left WWE and talked a lot of shit on WWE about them not giving him a retirement match. So I think the surprise factor of it was cool. And then Gunther just completely owning him and be like, oh, psych, you're not my fucking favorite wrestler at all, you loser. And you are a shitty dad. So, yeah, I not a Goldberg fan. If we get a one-off and Gunther just beats him, I'm fine with that. But it was still a fun segment.
I will say this about the whole Goldberg situation. Very smart of Triple H to bring him back, knowing his son is a college athlete. Maybe he becomes a wrestler. Like, let's get that family involved.
I think that's pretty likely at this point.
Because we know Triple H did not like Goldberg for a long time. So it is fascinating to see them together again. I thought it was a very entertaining spot. I did not anticipate Goldberg being there. Gunther coming out was fun. Sammy coming out again to defend the legend was great. So I really enjoyed them building up the championship match.
Gunther's just so good in that shit. Like, he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
I wouldn't, they actually had me
Gunther. What are you talking about?
No, not for his wrestling.
Jesus,
not for his
everybody likes him. No one says he sucks on the mic. What are you even talking about?
Nobody says he's good on the mic.
Dude, no. Oh my God.
We do.
Go ahead, next.
Nobody else does.
Next. Rhea Ripley beat Liv Morgan by DQ when Donnie's storyline comes to fruition completely. I hate when I'm so fucking right. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just...
Yeah, it's very rare.
It's so fucking weird when you just have to... It's all the time, Jack. All the time. All the time, baby. And then she goes for a pin even though it's a DQ? What are we doing here?
Well, she just threw her on top of her.
I know. She forgot the situation. She got head bumped.
It was symbolic.
Did not anticipate that at all. I thought you were very wrong. I thought this was one of Liv Morgan's best performances, if not her best.
And it still wasn't good. For the record.
I thought this was a very fun match, and I saw
Dom falling out is the only
obviously
thing
Dom's always going to shit on everything, but the actual in-ring work was good, and I agree. Liv was actually much better than you. Like, her fucking code breaker from the ropes is probably better than any code breaker Jericho ever did or fucking FTR has ever done doing their finisher. And the stuff with Dominic was hilarious. Like, him fucking being scared of heights and then falling out of the cage.
That was crazy that he did that.
That was awesome. That was a great spot. And then Rhea hitting him with the kendo stick as a pinata. That's good shit. And then
I enjoyed this.
And I have no problem with Raquel. Like when Donnie brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. Like
Donnie's so smart. He said
he predicted it, but like that's fine. Raquel is in real life good friends with Rhea, and in WWE terms, she was a tag team with Liv, and Rhea pretty much fucked up both of them in storyline terms. So it makes sense for her to be with Liv and to want to get revenge against Rhea.
She also has great taste in men.
Well, they're broken up, so whatever.
At one time, she had a great.
At one time, but yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense because Liv is kind of like a cowardly heel, so give her a heater, and then she's got Dominic backing her up. Like that's good booking.
There you go.
And I have no problem with the DQ because Rhea still looks good coming out of it, and she still has a stake to a claim of a title match.
This is WCW overbooked crap.
No, this was good. You wanted it and called for it to happen.
Yeah, listen. That should tell you all you need to know about whether it's good or not. Okay? Just for the record, you come on here and tell me all the time that I'm fucking right, that I'm wrong.
I mean, this isn't a 30-fall Iron Man match. Like,
listen! 60 minutes is a long time, dude. That would be a fucking great match. I think it was only like...
That would be so dumb.
I think it was like 12 to 13, though.
That's still really bad.
No, because you have, every 6 minutes or so you have a fall, and then you had a couple of flurries.
It just makes them both look like shit.
Nah, fuck that, dude. Because they're so tired. You go 56 minutes, and then the last 4 minutes is roll-ups. Like, schoolboy into schoolboy. For 13 times.
I hope Nick Patrick's not the referee for that match.
He couldn't do it. His neck's hurt.
He ain't never getting up.
His neck's hurt still, dude. Cody Rhodes, speaking of overbooked crap, Cody Rhodes and Romeo Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. Jimmy Uso returns. The Rock's here.
Hell yeah.
Cody Rhodes getting attacked by Kevin Owens. Fucking Kevin Owens, the only one who understands. This was mid in every form or fashion. The Jimmy Uso return, though, cool. And The Rock being there, that's always exciting. That's our childhood and shit, like. But how many times do I go to Walmart and see the Rock figure hang on that fucking peg, Mike? Come on.
Never.
Ain't nobody cares.
It's always sold out.
Go ahead. Thoughts on this?
Making things up.
This might be my match of the night. I love this match. I thought this was so much fun.
I'm sure you did. How many times you throw the one up, you fucking pussy?
Twice.
Never took it down.
Yeah.
Sounds like dumb shit Reggie would say, dude.
Never
took it down, man.
So just from the start, they made the Bloodline look so insignificant compared to Cody and Roman Reigns. They got their generic entrance. Then Cody comes out with the marching band. He's got the mask going on. Roman comes out to a fucking orchestra. Just their entrances were awesome. And then Solo and Jacob, they just walk out. It was like nothing. I feel like they.
You know why? Because they're all fucking business, dude. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Roman looks awesome. I was so happy to have him back finally. It's been since WrestleMania we saw him have a match, and just. He kind of has mastered WWE style, and I really enjoy that as far as like the mannerisms and playing to the crowd. Roman Reigns.
Oh.
He, getting into the ring slowly, or like, he's talking shit to Cody. Like, you really want to start this? All right, listen,
he's mastered pro wrestling.
Right? He's mastered WWE style, and
yeah, exactly. He's not mastered it. He's just fucking getting by on good looks.
I mean, he looks great, for being honest.
Gorgeous.
The crowd hates Solo, right? Seems like everyone online hates Solo, and he's doing a damn good job for that.
I like Honestly, Solo. There's nothing wrong with Solo Sikoa. The man
right. I don't understand why.
The man was catapulted into this role and has played it really well. So
right, that's the thing, and I don't think people really understanding what the gimmick is. Like
they don't like that he loses all the time. That one guy who said he was 0-30 before his beating Cena or whatever, right? That one guy has caused everybody in the world to be like, yeah, you're right. Ever since that, everyone's been like, dude, you're schmuck. But it's like, you don't really know how that, he kind of paid his dues, right? And then now he beat John Cena, and now we need him for this marquee storyline. He's actually a pretty solid talker. He's a pretty solid worker. And he's never the weakest link in a match. Like this match, I think, like he was, like, it just was, to me, the match was just average though. I wasn't.
See, I just disagree with that. And again, it's a personal opinion. It's, I thought Jacob Fatu was awesome. As you expect, he's fucking great. I love him just being this monster. Some of the no-selling kind of gets me, but then there's times where it just fucking works. And that's the character, and I understand that. Like him going through the barricade, and Cody thinks he's out scot-free, took out Jake Fatu. Nope, he's fucking back, right? And then Cody...
His head is hard, dude. Do you not know anything about Pacific Islanders?
He's like fucking Michael Myers or something.
Cody jumping from the top rope to the outside through the table to take out Jacob Fatu. That was great. He does it for Roman. He's calling out, I'm doing it for you. I love the ending with Jimmy coming, and then Roman hands the title back to Cody. He's like, listen, I'm going to, like, that's for mine. But I will take that back. But for now, I understand it's yours. Cody's getting his ass beat by the Bloodline, and Jimmy's like, dude, we gotta go help him. You gave him his word. And I love that Roman was like, I only gave him my word for the fucking match. And Jimmy's like, no, we gotta go help him. So I really enjoyed that. And then The Rock coming out was a great surprise. I wish he did something more than fucking count 1, 2, 3 and give a little slash to the throat. But the WWE is doing these very interesting things as far as like letting social media do their bidding almost, where there's a video going on of Solo leaning into Jacob and being like, oh, it's all part of the plan, like everything. And
like that was clearly meant for people to see, but it just wasn't on the broadcast.
And same with Kevin Owens though, where I am stunned they just left that up to fans to do it for them.
I'm sorry, are you rewarding your audience for watching the additional content?
Well, that's the thing.
That's what AEW Dark was. That's what all these secondary programs were supposed to be, buddy.
Let me just say, I wasn't done speaking.
I was done listening.
I don't care. I don't think it's it's cool that it's something different, but I don't like they're not showing it on TV that Kevin Owens turned on Cody. Wade Barrett's trying to talk about it, and Joe is saying, like, nah, you can't talk about this. And Triple H is like, I'm aware that there was an incident. Like, he's the fucking NFL. We're aware that there's a fucking incident. Like, shut the fuck up. Show what happened.
Man, the fourth wall is dead for you, huh, dude? You don't give a shit.
I think they're trying to make it like it's a real life scenario. I don't really have a problem with that.
And
obviously they're going to address it on SmackDown, which is Cody and Kevin Owens are on SmackDown.
Suspend disbelief for a fucking minute.
I'm consistent, Donnie, unlike you.
If it was vomit, you'd be like, this is hilarious.
If I called out for AEW, I call out for WWE. If you're going to do something like that, show it. Don't make me go somewhere else to go fucking see it. Show it on the show now.
That's how you support your secondary mediums. What are you talking about?
To me, it's not like when they were having Dolph Ziggler cut like a fucking awesome promo on the app.
No one knew that was happening. And then you never
saw it. This is like them building a viral moment, and everybody's talking about it, and they're building it up and building it up and building it up, and it's finally going to be addressed on SmackDown. I think it's cool because it's unique and it's just something different that they don't typically do. Like they allowed, the fans to be the ones to circulate it, which is
they gave it to Elon Musk.
I think that's
our future Republican savior.
It's not something I would do all the time, but I think this one time, it's kind of interesting.
You're lucky you can't run for president, dude. You're lucky.
The match itself. The match is, he's an idiot.
He would win in a second.
What's the opposite of the Midas touch? That's what he has. I thought the match was fucking great. Like, I don't know why anybody.
I call it the Mike Chiari.
Okay. Why anybody would complain or say it was mid or anything. This match was, it's what you want out of
favorite match, favorite moment, overall great. It's whatever, dude.
It's what you want out of a Bloodline Roman Reigns type of match. Like, it had all the pageantry and the bells and whistles, and you had the booking with Jimmy coming back and him hugging Roman was an incredible moment, and The Rock coming out after was an incredible moment. And Roman, don't fucking, don't be confused. Cody is not the face of WWE, and we saw it, and we saw why. At Bad Blood, everybody wanted fucking Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is still the face of WWE. He's the guy. Love to see it, but I thought this was a great match, and I the best part about it is everything that it's setting up for months to come.
Can't wait till he goes to Hollywood. Favorite match?
I'll pop for him.
Favorite match? You don't care how many Fast and Furiouses you have to sit through. You're gonna fucking experience this, dude.
Hopefully all of them.
Favorite? It's not true. Favorite match, favorite moment, overall grade.
Favorite match? Hell in a Cell match. Absolutely awesome. Favorite moment? The motherfucking Rock coming back. And, even though it was on the pay-per-view, his fucking live that he did afterwards, where he's just
awesome.
talking shit. The best part is what, Donnie, did you see his live?
Yeah, he walks past Dusty Rhodes. He said, I love you, I hate your kid.
Love you, hate your kid. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, Final boss.
And hold on. The best part wasn't even that. He turns around, he sees John Cena's face. He's like, go eat some Fruity Pebbles or something like that.
So good. Awesome.
The Rock, let me tell you something. The Rock is and has always been, it's like Stone Cold. You put the mic in front of that dude and he's just like, God damn, I've been waiting 14 months, 3 days, and 7 hours this month. Hell yeah, I've been waiting. You know what I mean? Like, The Rock could literally fucking just, scam a bunch of people in Maui, allegedly, and fucking live there for the rest of his life.
Nobody
right?
alleged that.
Right? He could just do that. He could just be there forever if he wanted to, right? But he chooses to come back to wrestling to do this shit. It's incredible.
It's what he loves. I'm giving the show an 8 out of 10. Match of the year candidate. So many great storylines, kind of coming to a head here. The only thing, that I think would have made it better, Priest and Balor, just didn't feel like a big match to me. Obviously, Gunther and Sammy being on the card would have made it a better overall card. And also, for being a 5-match card, it was a little long. I think you could have shaved a half hour at least off of the show by taking out some of the in-between shit. But the fact that it started at 6 o'clock makes it so much more palatable. I wouldn't mind if they do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking easy.
Downright orgasmic when they're starting
can I tell you something? It's no other reason besides we're getting older, and it makes sleep time easier.
And you can watch other shit after it's over.
I can't any longer. I paid for Center Ice thing. I have to stay up to 10 o'clock to watch West Coast games.
Right. So start at 6, 7 o'clock.
I'm gonna just start drinking. I'm gonna start drinking beers more.
All right.
More?
Yeah, more. Yeah. I'm gonna be dead soon. Maximum overall grade. BJ, did you say yours?
My favorite match was the main event. My favorite moment is The Rock, and my overall grade 7.5 out of 10.
Down on that Hell in a Cell match. I don't know what it did to you.
I'm not down on it. I just really enjoyed the main event. Listen, the Bloodline storyline, is my favorite storyline. So, that's the match I was looking forward to.
I thought your favorite storyline was Cactus Jack and Triple H.
I'm saying my favorite current WWE storyline is the Bloodline stuff.
Oh, wow. You really went on a limb there, huh? Okay.
I mean, there are so many great storylines.
Shut up. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell is my match. Favorite moment is actually Jimmy Uso's return, because I called that as well. Also, Raquel Rodriguez's return was pretty fucking epic, because I called it. Overall grade, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, because Hell in a Cell...
Because Goldberg was on it.
No. I'm going to change it and be a little more honest today. I'm going to say 6 out of 10, because that's what I believe it really does deserve.
Are you admitting that you haven't been honest in the past?
No. I'm just going to say that. I'll just say this. I don't have a hard and steady rule about rounding. You know what I mean? I would say if there's a chance for me to round to 4, I often do. You know what I mean? I could be 4.9, I'll round down. But I could be at 3.1, and I'll round up. You know what I mean?
That's how rounding works.
I have no idea what you mean.
Well, it is when
I think you need to learn rounding.
It is when you conveniently ignore the rules.
Huh.
Yeah, okay. NXT in review. When am I going to retire?
Yeah. On the podcast.
We got to make a lot of money really quick. I'll say that much for you. NXT in review. Trick Williams beats Ethan Page to win the NXT Championship. Remember, this is the debut on the CW. So there was a little frog the whole time.
I wish
there was a top hat and a fucking cane, and he was singing about
WWE.
Was that racist now that I think about it?
I don't think so.
He's a frog.
Yeah, but was it a euphemism? Is it a slur we weren't aware of?
For a French person?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know what it would be referring to. I'm just saying, because that's an old thing. And I think, honestly, most things are just steeped in racism. Did Jerry Lawler see that and start, cracking his knee and shit? We really got him this time.
It wasn't a girl.
And that frog was a little too old for him, too.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as it turned 18, it was a little too old for him. Woo! Roxanne Perez retained the NXT Women's title versus Giulia because Cora Jade and her weak-ass knees showed up.
I was pretty shocked that Giulia did not win.
Yeah, me too. Honestly,
I don't mind Cora and Roxanne as a team, though.
Yeah, sure. But this is opening day on the CW. The CW, Mike. Come on, dude.
Big rating, almost 1 million.
That honestly, I love that shit because you're right though because it's
against the vice presidential
playoffs.
Did you see Melts, Donnie?
Well, hold on, real quick. So CW is a basic cable channel that you can actually get via antenna as well, right?
Yeah.
That's great. That's when it goes to.
It's huge for
that's
them.
Huge. Yeah. That's honestly.
Did you see what Melts said?
Honestly, AEW should try to get a PBS show.
Yeah.
Honestly, the ratings would be fucking like 80 million, dude. It'd be wild.
Melts did his little ratings tweets, and he's like, AEW did 600,000 and it's incredibly tough competition, WNBA playoffs. And then he does NXT, he's like, NXT does 900,000. But it's the premiere episode, so, that doesn't really mean anything. We're gonna know what the real, number's gonna be in the next couple weeks. And people are like, how about they went against the MLB playoffs? How about they went against the vice presidential debate? No fucking mention any of that.
Well, I think you're also being
biased?
I think you're being a little picky and choosy here too, because I think he's correct that you're not going to get 1 million in 3 weeks. There's nothing he said that wasn't correct there.
Well,
yes,
but why doesn't he also add that they went against tough competition? To give
he's only got 140 characters.
Tougher. No, he's a lot more than that. What are you talking about? People have essays on Twitter now.
I am not on Twitter, buddy. I tell you this all the time. I quit Twitter, so I don't know. Last time I was there, blue check marks didn't mean shit, and I had 140 characters.
They still don't.
Well, I knew that they didn't mean shit because once they verified me, I quit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only one with dignity and honor in this fucking world. Do you realize that? I may be fucked up in my head, and I may be fucking weirding you guys out a lot of the time, but truthfully, I am a man of honor and dignity and fucking integrity.
If those are all true, you wouldn't be doing this podcast. You would know to step away because we hate you.
That's hard to hear.
That's integrity.
That's integrity. No, sticking through the hate. That's integrity. That's fucking.
Oh, you think you're John Cena?
Tenacity.
Don Cena?
Don Cena,
Rise above hate.
Yeah, I've been burying you guys for 2 decades.
Yeah.
Nearly.
I enjoyed the black and silver now presentation of NXT.
I hate the Raiders, so. I do. I hate the Raiders.
They're so irrelevant. It's hard to hate or care about them.
When we were younger, they had some relevant times, and that was enough for me to hate them.
While we were doing this podcast, Triple H and Shawn Michaels put up on WWE YouTube their State of the Union NXT address.
Great.
As in their State of the Union WWF address back in the day?
Yeah.
Nice.
I will say this from the bottom of my heart. CM Punk stuffed his shorts, I think.
No.
I think it's disgusting to do that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, you had young kids there.
Had the HBK booty shorts,
He's over there fucking trying to be fucking Odell Beckham. That's bullshit.
I'm sorry? What?
You heard what I said. Crown Jewel confirmed card. We get a Crown Jewel championship for the men and women. And
a lot of diamonds on that championship.
They are cubic zirconium. Somebody just pocketed a whole shitload of money because they told them they were real diamonds. They're like, Saudi, we need you to buy this belt. It's going to cost you $600 million worth of diamonds. They're like, that's nothing to me. I got that. No problem. Here you go. And he's like, awesome.
So that wasn't problematic what you just did?
Making fun of someone from Saudi Arabia? Here, let me pretend I'm journalist Khalil Shikagi. Oh, no, don't kill me. The fucking government of Saudi-backed troops. Uh-oh. Am I not going to be able to take my flight off now?
Since they don't do Raw vs. SmackDown anymore on Survivor Series, I do like the idea of the champion versus champion being done. Especially this is just a house show, like you always say, Donnie.
Yeah, this is
national house show.
This is super house show shit.
So it's like, all right, you know what? I mean, I wish, and they're trying to give it some build. But like Coach Rhodes being on Raw and like going after Gunther and Liv was talking about Nia. So like, all right, fine, I accept this.
It's ultimately kind of meaningless.
Yeah. 100%
wins, but that was the case when they did it at Survivor Series also. But we also got Brock versus D-Bry and Brock versus AJ.
Unfortunately, Gunther's saddled with Cody Rhodes.
But I'm Cody versus Gunther is going to be fucking awesome. Liv and Nia, to me, that's weird because it's
that is weird.
This is ass city.
I thought it's a good kind. Awesome.
No, it's not. Shut up. You hated Cody Rhodes till the day he fucking got WWE tattooed on his neck. Coward.
That's such a bad tattoo, man.
He didn't do that. He's not on jail.
Annoying.
Always been.
I did think when they announced this thing, I was like, oh, maybe Rhea will win, actually. And then she didn't. So it's really weird that they're doing with Liv versus Nia.
We're not doing an official Smarks comments, but do you want me to read a couple?
I mean, I want you to do your job.
I really don't want you to.
Okay.
Read the funniest one.
I don't know. I'm going through it now.
You don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Did you do anything?
Well, I have the Patreon poll results.
Go ahead. Yeah.
For those that don't know, the first of every month on patreon.com/RingWrestleRadio, we put a poll. This month's poll, courtesy of Donnie Wood. Which wrestler would you want to dress up as for Halloween?
Oh, shit. Can I tell you? I was genuinely surprised. I was like, what? I did what? Wait, what? So I didn't know what this was. But yeah, I said that.
I had a better one.
Damn right, dude. Yeah, right. You fucking coward. You did not.
Don't remember what it was. Don't care, but I did.
I thought Raquel will get some upper body development while off.
What? Is that what they're calling it now? Upper body development?
Yeah. I'm just going to slide these in when I find funny ones.
So, Mike, who do you think the person that our listeners would most want to dress up as for Halloween?
Is this like any wrestler of all time or current?
Isn't he cute carrying his little Brahma belt? A belt that has absolutely no championship meaning to it whatsoever.
It really is so funny that he did that, just so he can carry around the championship.
But it called it a Brahmama belt. It was like Brahmama belt, dude.
The man makes the belt.
I'm gonna say Undertaker.
Roman Reigns.
Undertaker.
To be beautiful. He's not current.
Oh, or Undertaker or the Demon Finn Balor.
Well, Leon CK says Demon Finn Balor. Alice Pandolfi says, back in the day, the answer would have been Demon Finn or Sting, but these days, my lazy ass goes for ease and comfort. That being said, I'm dressing up as Tony D'Angelo. Tracksuit and fedora, bada bing, bada boom, done. Tony D'Angelo got 13% of the votes. But you're number one.
Tony D'Angelo got 13% of the votes.
And Orange Cassidy, and Lexus King, and Dom Mysterio, and Cody Rhodes, and Abaddon. So, number one.
I really would like, if we ever get together, that would be a Halloween party I'd like to see. You gotta come dress as a wrestler. I mean, I'd be Macho Man, obviously, because I want to let this body loose.
Obviously. Sting was the correct answer, guys.
There you go. There's no way that we'll have Gunther defeat Bill. Like, WTF?
Sting is not a current wrestler.
If that happened, I would never watch again.
Sign up at patreon.com/RingWrestRadio to hear the ad-free version of our podcast.
Wait, there's no comments? Access. Nobody wrote a comment?
I read the comments.
Oh.
Nobody cared about your fucking poll question. That's so there weren't many comments.
Wow, dude.
But you get early access.
Don't do that noise.
That's terrible. It's not good for us.
That was such a terrible noise, dude.
Guys, we're doing WCW Halloween Havoc 1996. You can hear that right now on patreon.com/RingWrestRadio. Most importantly, you can sign up and get early access to our bracket. We're determining the best horror movie character of all time. And next month, Tuesday, November 5th, 6 p.m. Eastern, we're doing a draft. We're going to build the best last meal.
Ooh, we did a whole last meal,
we're not calling last podcast.
Yeah, that was, what was
Clown's got the way more.
Yeah, that's the one. Rock counted with me. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. Now we need a 4th. So this dude is going to be on Rock's team, I think, he said. And one more. Ain't no one talking about the hell turn. Back on, KO train. Fuck through, Kodu bus.
Kodu bus?
Kodu bus.
Kodu bus. Let's move on.
Hey guys, quick shout out to D. Hayden Design. If you need some seriously amazing design work, this is who you got to check out. We have personally worked with Daniel, and we don't need to tell you, he's amazing at what he does. Whether you're after custom t-shirt designs, a fresh logo, web banners, or even company stationery and flyers, D. Hayden Design can do it all. Follow Daniel on Instagram at D. Hayden Design, or head to dhaydendesign.com to see his work. Trust me, once you see his designs, you'll know how good he is. Also, he isn't paying me to say this, but he has a small to average size hog, and that's okay. great with his own kids, but don't leave yours with him. 34 and not balding.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it's time for the best segment of the week, Dirt Sheet Busters. That's right, the time when it's just me and BG having fun, being buddies, not being dragged down by the ball and chain that is Donald Wood.
He sucks so much.
He sure does.
I wish he would just retire from the podcast because he blows.
He's like, you remember when Big Show was like being constantly put in main events for no reason and the fans would just chant, please retire all the time?
Yeah.
That's
like
what
Jericho
this is.
now. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like Jericho now, exactly. Dottie is our Jericho. 100%. Not the good version. This first one's from Fightful Select. CM Punk did this thing called selling. Ever heard of it?
I knew as soon as this happened that this was going to be a rumor. It also pissed me off when CM Punk did this, and they came down with a fucking oxygen. I was like, come on, give me a break.
Well, speaking of Fightful Select's Q&A podcast, Sean Ross Sapp was asked about CM Punk collapsing after the brutal Hell in a Cell match. Sapp noted that it was simply a work, and there was nothing to worry about whatsoever. The collapsing at the end was a work, Sapp said. We know.
No fucking shit.
We know.
What was even more annoying is, like, they rushed CM Punk, and then Drew McIntyre is in the ring, fucking bloodied in a mess, and they don't even care about him.
Well, he didn't need oxygen after busting his fucking head open and needing 16 staples.
Oh my god, it was so dumb. I hated it so much. I hate this report even more.
Yes. I hate being told when somebody was selling, as if I can't tell. I'm not Donald Wood over here thinking that fucking Beth Phoenix busted her ankle. I know better.
It was so bad. It was so blatantly obvious that he was selling. He's dragging himself to collapse to the ground. It's like, come on, dude.
He's CM Punk. He's had a million fucking hour-long matches in his life. He doesn't need oxygen afterwards.
Yeah.
This is from PW Insider. WWE thought that an awesome match was awesome.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Finger on the pulse, Mike.
Big time.
Just like PW Insider.
PW Insider reports that WWE officials were very pleased with the Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Some backstage felt that the two superstars brought back the sense of danger and ferocity that older Hell in a Cell matches were known for.
Oh my god.
Yes, so basically the exact same thing that Punk and McIntyre said they wanted to do and were going to do leading up.
Oh my god, this pisses me off so much. Okay, so you saw the interview.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we want to make Hell in a Cell important and good and cool again.
Yeah.
And they did.
Oh my god.
Which we all expected them to, and they delivered. And yes, I believe WWE is happy they did that.
Yeah.
I sure do. This next one's also from PW Insider. They were on a heater this week. Raquel Rodriguez is going to be working with Liv Morgan, per our eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Despite the chaotic finish, Raquel Rodriguez is officially back in the fold after an 8-month absence from WWE. According to PW Insider, Rodriguez will now be aligned with the Judgment Day, marking a significant shift in her character as she moves forward with the faction. Reports also noted that WWE had been discussing her return as far back as July. You know what I hope now? I hope Liv and Dom break up with the Judgment Day so that Raquel is with them, but not in the Judgment Day, just because of this report.
That would be good.
Do you really got to report that she's going to be with the Judgment Day when she just helped two members of the Judgment Day?
It's so dumb.
Also, I don't think they know what despite means. Despite the chaotic finish, Raquel Rodriguez is officially back in the fold after an 8-month absence. Her return is not despite anything that happened in that match.
She caused it.
She caused the chaotic finish.
Oh my god. It's so stupid.
Yep.
This is why this segment exists.
Sure.
You know, Mike? I believe them.
You know what? Again, we talk about this all the time. Not everything that I put out Dirt Sheet Busters is because it's a flat-out lie. Sometimes because it's so obvious that dirt sheets don't need to be reported again. And that the only reason they're doing it is to get clicks. So, this is from Fightful Sean Sapp. AJ Styles was supposed to get injured, but not that injured.
Okay.
So if you'll remember, if people don't know, if they didn't watch SmackDown, AJ Styles came back and he had a match against Carmelo Hayes, and they had the match and it had to be stopped because AJ was hurt, and then, he went backstage, and throughout the night they were checking in on him and doing like medical reports on AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I did not like this, by the way.
What, AJ getting hurt?
Yeah, the whole storyline, I didn't care for that.
I liked him facing Carmelo.
Yeah.
People in WWE claim this to me today regarding AJ Styles. Here's a direct quote from somebody, from people in WWE. The flip where he sold the knee was to be a work. The move where he landed on the knee was legit. I don't have much of a follow-up besides that, but hopefully we see AJ soon.
Can you do that again?
The flip where he sold the knee was to be a work. The move where he landed on the knee was legit. I don't have much of a follow-up besides that, but hopefully we see AJ soon.
But isn't everything a work?
Yes.
Doing moves?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm really not buying the idea that he actually got hurt here. So you're trying to tell me he was supposed to fake get hurt, and then he got for real hurt. AJ Styles, who's been doing this for a long, long time.
It's very confusing.
And they had all this shit lined up for the show. Like they didn't on the fly have these segments where they were doing medical updates on him backstage and shit. So, I don't know.
Yeah, usually they don't do that. If someone's really hurt.
They don't mention if somebody's really hurt pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't follow that.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
BG, this is a two-parter. The Motor City Machine Guns were originally supposed to be in NXT.
Okay, that's what everyone said. Whoa. Hey,
yeah.
Now I'm caught off guard, Mike. I don't know what to believe.
PW Insider has now reported that a coming soon vignette on Friday Night SmackDown aired featuring footage that appeared to be from Detroit. The outlet was told that the vignette would be for the Motor City Machine Guns. Originally, there was a plan for the team to debut in WWE NXT for a short run there before moving on, but they were not in Chicago as originally expected earlier this week. Instead, it appears they're SmackDown bound. Okay. Shat tweets. Motor City Machine Guns were never planned for NXT, sources tell Fightful Select.
Huh.
So which is it?
Interesting, because everyone cried when they were potentially going to NXT. Oh, they're veterans. They shouldn't be in NXT. It's like outlawed.
By the way, I thought it would have been totally fine had they gone to NXT.
Oh, absolutely.
To work with younger teams.
It would have been great if they were in NXT, actually. There's no chance that they keep the name Motor City Machine Guns, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, they call Carl Anderson Machine Gun Carl Anderson on the screen before. So
okay.
They might.
Okay.
It just seems like more and more nowadays guys just keep their same names and everything. So I could see it. But the funny thing about this one is, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that the vignette is for the Motor City Machine Guns because there is all kinds of monuments and buildings and shit of Detroit in this thing. And people stopped the video and took note of all this. Only after this, does Sean Ross Sapp chime in and he's like, "Oh, they were never playing for NXT." Brother, why didn't you fucking tell me this weeks ago when there were reports that they were playing for NXT? Where were you then?
There was never once a report by anybody that they were going to be anywhere besides NXT. They signed with WWE.
Exactly. So where was that scoop before?
Right.
You only get it after the fact? Pretty weird.
Yep. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck the dirt sheets.
They suck. You ready for the coup de grace, though?
Double stomach.
It's from Wrestling Observer Radio. Dave Meltzer, he's been saying some real dumb shit this week.
This week? Every day.
Every day. The one that really bothered me this week was talking about his fucking 5-star scale.
Oh
and
my God.
Somebody calling him out on that and saying, by your logic, the scale is 7 stars, or actually infinity stars is what Dave said. So a 4.75 star match today is worth less than a 4.75 match was 15, 20 years ago. It just simply is. And he's like, no, if you had earthquake on the Richter scale, it was a 4.5. Now, then it is different from 10. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, it's not. If you can have an Infinity Star match, which is the best match you can have, then 4.75 sucks.
That is true.
It makes no sense. But
well, I don't understand if the scale is infinity, why does he go to 7? Why doesn't he go to 10? Why doesn't he go to 20?
Right. I don't know.
I agree that if a 5-star match on an infinity scale is not good, then
no,
it's the best of what's been, but it just means everything blows.
Here's what I think he should have done. If he wanted to like differentiate a 5-star match from another 5-star match, which first he should have just done a better job over the years, but do like a plus or something after it, and just leave it at that. Like, this is the cream of the crop, you know?
I don't even like that. I think it's just, listen, it's a fucking 5-star. That's the scale. The scale is 5. For movies, the scale is 4.
The scale is infinity, okay? This is from Wrestling Observer Radio. BG, do babyfaces typically viciously attack other babyfaces?
If they're turning.
Huh, okay. This is from 2 weeks ago, okay?
Okay.
Kept tabs on it. Took 2 weeks for this to be destroyed. Interestingly, Braun Breaker's portrayal on the main roster has been predominantly as a heel. However, recent developments suggest a shift in his character. According to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE appears to be steering Breaker towards a babyface turn. Meltzer noted that the promotion is subtly encouraging fan engagement through actions like barking, a gesture typically resonant with babyface personas. Here's the quote. Nothing more babyface than barking.
Hell yeah.
John Cena disagrees. Quote.
Damn.
They are definitely building towards a Braun Breaker babyface turn, Meltzer explained. They are already doing a thing where they are trying to get the fans to bark. That's a babyface move. So they are already on the babyface track. Okay, so Meltzer reports this.
I mean, listen, you're just saying that's on the track.
On the track. It went off the fucking rails this week.
Sure did.
So he reports this, and then the following week, Braun Breaker is like kind of like being respectful of Jay. Okay, so it's like, all right, maybe they are on the track of a babyface turn. Here we go. And then this week, after Jay beats Xavier Woods, Braun Breaker spears the absolute fuck out of Jay, spears other noted babyfaces the New Day, and then fucking spears Jey Uso again. And he's very angry looking, and he's asked for a comment backstage, and he will not give it, which is not really babyface-like if you ask me.
No.
I think he's still a heel.
I think you're right. I'm very happy about this because it annoyed me last week. I think I said it on air. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're going to have him go against Gunther, and now he's all of a sudden the babyface after he loses the title? It makes no sense. And no, it didn't make sense, and it wasn't happening.
It makes me wonder if they purposely were throwing people off the scent of what they were really doing.
Yeah.
Meltz will say, oh, they saw my report, and then they decided to change it. They don't give a fuck about you, buddy.
Plans changed?
Yeah, plans changed. BG, how do you think we did? Ooh, I'm a bigger star than you, Cody. All right, BG, it's still just me and you, just how we like it, one-on-one time, and we're gonna do a little WWE fantasy standings. You ready?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Well, you know, you're not doing horrible. I'll tell you
shit
that.
This is depressing. Fantasy football is depressing me this year. Everything is just blows.
I started friggin' 0-3 in the ring wrestling.
Yeah,
two in a row.
Me too.
Making moves. I think we face each other this week, actually. So.
Oh, maybe we'll tie.
Yes, that'd be hilarious in a decimal point league. But somebody's gonna be 3-3 probably. So we have basically a little over a month left in this. It ends at Survivor Series. We had the pay-per-view Bad Blood this past weekend, so we had a draft, and we're only gonna have one more of those. I think the rest of the way we're gonna have the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, and then we're gonna have that. And I'll say this. The scores are typically not as high as they would be this deep into a season, so people, even if they're a little bit out of it right now, have a chance.
Well, it's just a different era with 5 matches on a pay-per-view now, and there's just not as many matches on TV now, and
it's not as easy to make up ground or build up points.
Tough.
In last place, 16th with negative 32.5, George Cruz.
Sheesh.
This is what happens when you select wrestlers based on attractiveness.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yep. A tie for 14th with negative 15, Mongo and Skeeter. Skeeter made a move this time. Last season, he just gave up from the start, but he's trying.
Smart.
He doesn't want to come in last. In 13th with negative 10, Derek Lee.
Oof.
We got a lot of negatives. Speaking of, in 12th with negative 2.5, Jim Del Chapo.
Wow.
5 negatives. It's quite a few. But in 11th with 2.5, Leon CK. He's over the Mendoza.
Oh, he was like really far behind for a while.
Actually was, yeah. He's made a lot of progress. I'll give him that. In 10th with 5, Alex Pandolfi. He won't even come on the show to talk about it.
No, smart man.
In 9th with 12.5, Everson Godfrey. Okay, we're in double digits.
Hell yeah.
In 8th with 15, BG.
Sheesh.
You're like mid-table here, buddy. You got a shot.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It sucks.
Okay. Tie for 6th with 30, Stephanie Kordick and Big Money Mike.
Oh.
That's two teams I drafted.
Nice.
I thought for sure Julie was getting me 20 points on NXT.
I did too. I thought that was a lot.
So I would be pretty high up right now if that happened. So that was sad. In 5th with 35, Donald Wood.
Ew.
He did get 20 points from Trick Williams, so that's why.
Wow.
Yep. In 4th with 40, Chris Jeter. Pretty good.
Oh,
and
good for him.
3rd with 45, James Dick.
Wow, I drafted that team. Better than myself.
Nice job. In 2nd with 52.5, I tell him to smile, but there ain't nothing to smile about in his life. It's George Sparrows.
He has a great wife.
He does.
Should be smiling about that.
He doesn't, though. He's very depressed. I think it's just, being on the show.
Yeah,
I get that a lot of times.
Oh,
right now, I'm, like, extremely happy, but there's times where I'm not, and you know why. And in 1st, with 62.5, it's Reggie Gill.
Oh, my God, so many points.
62.5, again, that's really not a lot for typically what somebody would have that's the leader. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's a lot of people that are at least in it. I mean, from 1st to 6th, it's only 32.5. It's not that much for that many people.
He's got Obafemi. He'll win tonight for sure.
Oh, that's true, Obafemi. At least it's not on a pay-per-view, though, so he gets a little less points. Yeah, it's competitive. Right. It's competitive.
That's all we could ask for.
Yep. All right, you know what? Fuck Donald Wood. I think he's begging to come on the show and finish it out, but we're not going to let him. We're just going to do it ourselves because it's better anyways. We're going to emails. So, guys, send it to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Send us whatever's on your mind, wrestling-related or not, and we'll read it on the show, especially if you go to patreon.com/ringrustradio and contribute to the email tier or higher. We have to read it at least one time per month. We're going to start with Dan the Beast Severn Marsh. Subject is happy again. Hi, guys. As much as I fucking hated Bash in Berlin, I loved Bad Blood. Roman is back. And the final boss to end it. Triple R! Dan Marsh. Great email.
Yeah. Great email.
We read his email about thinking Bash in Berlin blew like a few weeks back, and we were like trying to talk him off the ledge. Like, no, it was a pretty good show.
I thought that was a good show.
I do agree. Bad Blood was certainly a better show. Roman, the final boss, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah. That was so exciting for The Rock to just come out at the end, even though he did fucking nothing.
It doesn't even matter though. And then the best part of it though was his fucking live afterwards.
Oh, that was amazing.
Hilarious. Just seeing him. So good.
It's great. The entrance is unbelievable.
And then Hell in a Cell match, fucking awesome. So much good stuff.
Roman was fantastic.
It's looking good.
Shredded. It's Dan the Beast Severn. Great nickname. I thought you were gonna go with maybe like a Stan Marsh or Randy Marsh.
No, well, I try to keep it wrestling related.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But that's where my head went.
I do love Randy Marsh though.
Hell yeah. Next email comes from Steve Mongo McMichael McLaughlin. Subject is 6th graders. This is a Patreon email. Go to patreon.com/ringrustradio. Get your email read each month, as long as you're doing to the email tier or higher. Dear Ring Rust Goblins, don't know how I feel about that. You guys are about to be attacked by several hundred sixth graders.
That doesn't sound good.
How? First off, Mike, we've had this conversation. Several is 4.
Several is more than 3, yes.
Yeah, right?
So 400?
So let's just say 400 for this email. You guys are about to be attacked by 400 sixth graders. How many do you think you take out before you're overwhelmed, and what tactics would you use? Near, far, wherever you are. Great song. That's from Steve Michael. All right, so
I got a couple questions though before we can answer.
Sure, go ahead.
So, are we saying like I'm just individually taking on 400 sixth graders, you're just individually taking on, or do we get to work together?
Oh, interesting wrinkle. See, I read this as I took it as just me, but he does say you guys. So
right,
let's say we're a team. Do you want to include Donnie in this, in our peril, or is this me and you?
You know what? I don't want him involved.
So it's just the two of us. Yeah. Each of us
fighting
has
back
to
take
back. On. Right, it's like Double Dragon.
Yeah. Do we get weapons? That's not specified.
That's not specified. It's not specified if they have weapons. I'm going to assume no weapons. Okay? Basically, it's stepbrothers.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Except there's 400 coming out. We each have to take out 200. Now,
if we're talking about stepbrothers, I do think a great tactic is for at least one of us to get on the merry-go-round and spin around and put our fist out, and you can punch so many people.
So many people. So, when I read this email, Mike, I was like, I think at the very least I'm taking out 200 sixth graders by myself.
Well,
because
here's the
the
thing.
stamina is the biggest worry.
I feel like we've had a similar discussion or email before. But
it wasn't an email. It was I brought this to when we used to do the round table talks.
Right. It was something, but I feel like it was a lot younger than sixth graders. Sixth graders?
So now you're talking like 12 years old.
Right. So that's a little more. I feel like you might have said like third graders or second graders, which is much easier.
Right.
Sixth graders, they're starting to get to where, there could be some big sixth graders, actually.
Yeah. I had some big kids in my sixth grade class.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know if I could take out 200 by myself, because what if they're also cognitively smart enough where they're like, okay, we'll have a few of them like grab his fucking legs, and then what are you gonna do?
So you gotta stick and move. You gotta be nimble.
Yes. I think you find like the smallest one you can, right? And you grab them by the ankles and you swing them around.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how in a ladder match where they put like the ladder around their neck and they spin around to keep people away from them. I think that's a strategy that could work.
All right, let's put this in here because Steve didn't realize that Donnie he knew Donnie's a bitch. Everyone has to know this.
Everyone knows.
But he didn't know that Donnie just wouldn't show up to emails, even though he typically does because he's a fucking bitch and hates everyone. Let's say Donnie's with us. Donnie's a big boy, okay?
Right.
Donnie claims to do nujitsu.
Nujitsu?
Yeah. His is nujitsu. It's not jujitsu what he does. This is nujitsu, okay? It's new jitsu. I don't know what he does.
He goes to dumb bitch you is what he does.
Exactly. Because Jim, he goes to jujitsu. We know he's all about it now. Right. Donnie, nujitsu. So we don't know what he does, okay? That's what that was. So, he claims to be able to fight at this point.
Even though every story's ever told he's been losing a fight.
Or, hey, I almost got into a fight. So now now it's the three of us, okay? It's the three amigos.
Okay.
Trace amigos.
I think what we do is we use Donnie as a sacrifice.
Oh, absolutely. Donnie, go ahead.
Right.
How many can you take out first, Donnie?
He's a human shield.
He's going to be all braggadocious. I can take them all out, right? So he'll go out first. We'll see what he does when he gets all fucked up. Then we hop in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we're taking out everyone.
I don't know. I don't know what the true answer is for how many sixth graders we could beat up. I think it's a lot, though.
Do you want the round table topic that I brought to the table?
Sure.
Because I had heard this scenario on Kind of Funny, and I was like, well, we're not going to talk about beating up children here. So I was like, how many 3-foot aliens, the equivalent of 5-year-olds, could you fight? That was the question.
So from what I remember, it was definitely like a lot younger of.
Yeah, it was just 5-year-olds.
People who had to fight. So yeah, I think this would definitely be more difficult.
Yeah, 11, 12-year-olds.
I'll say I could beat up 50.
50? Okay.
On my own.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. 6th graders. Before, that's just too much.
I mean, here's the thing. This is an all-out fucking war. Like, you're not holding back.
Right.
I think you're pummeling a lot of kids. These kids are getting fucked up.
If it was the thing is like if it was like a beat 'em up video game and there's like only a few on the screen at a time, that's easy.
Okay, I see. Mm-hmm.
But that's not what it is, I don't think.
Yeah, he's talking Step Brothers.
Yeah.
They're coming all from all angles. Yeah, you might be right. I think we need Donnie.
Yeah, we need a shield. We need a human shield.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good talk.
That was great. That was a great conversation. Donnie would have been great to be here because he would have been so braggadocious about it. I could take them all. I definitely think I could take them all out.
Mm-hmm. We know.
But we know. He's
all talk. That's all he ever is. But yeah, he'd be a great human shield, or we could step on him or whatever. That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this immensely. The second half of the show, just
it's just so smooth.
Yeah. So next couple weeks gonna be different types of shows. So Donnie is going to be on them, unfortunately. But you know what? I hope in a few weeks, when we come back, we're talking about the current happenings in wrestling. I hope that he's not here. I hope it's just you and I.
I hope so, too.
That's what I enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. BG and I really enjoyed hanging out with you. Donnie doesn't care about you, so we left. But we appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next week.